Hello class, so now are you ready for your grammar class? So here I'll be continuing today with the chapter on determiners. That's chapter 7 that early last class I had told about what are determiners, and I had discussed about the two kinds of determiners, namely we had studied about articles, the definite and indefinite, and I had told about the determiners of quantity, or also they are called quantifiers. So now today we'll be doing the third kind of determiners, that are determiners of distribution, wherein we have the words used are mainly either, neither, each and either. So here we have each and every. So these are some of the words that shows us about and tells us about the distribution. So each, what's the use of each in a sentence? So each is used when members of a set are considered individually. The verb used is in singular. So when I say each person got his share, so I mean out of the 10% present there, each and every one person have got his share. So it means individual person. Now the next one, that is every, used when a large but indefinite number of people or things are considered individually, and every is stronger than each. So every has a more sense of giving pressure to the sentence by when we use the word every instead of each. When I say every man does their duty, it means yes, 100%. Every man does his duty. So there's a surety, there's a strongness, and there's more of strength in every than when we say about each. So that's the difference. So when you are given an exercise to be written with each and every, so you have to read the sentence, understand the concept, what the sentence is saying. Then if you understand and if you know the use of each and every, then students, I'm sure you will not go wrong. So this is what are the things that you have to keep in your mind in grammar, especially the uses of each and every word I'm talking about at present now, determiners. Now, second word that I'm going to tell you is either. So what's the use of either? Either stands for any one of two or each of the two. That is called the use of either. When I say you can pick up either of the boxes, means you are given a choice between two boxes, so you can pick up any one of them. So this is how it's being used. Then talking about neither, the opposite of either is neither, and it means not the one nor the other. Means neither this nor this. It means that. So he belongs to neither the ruling party nor the opposition. And always students, whenever you are using neither, along with neither you will have nor also to differentiate and to compare between the two things that are given or mentioned in a sentence. Now, talking about this was, I talked about the determiners of distribution. Now we'll talk about the determiners of demonstrative determiners. Like in demonstrative determiners, as we have studied in adjective, the kinds of adjectives, there also we had demonstrative adjectives. Okay, earlier I have done. So here demonstrative determiners is the same words here, that is this, that, these and those. So this and that point out a person or a thing, these and those also point out a person or a thing, plurally, in a plural way it's being used. And this and these used for nearer objects, that and those used for distant or far away objects. So examples I'm giving here. Can you lend me this pen? So this is an example of this pen, that you are describing the pen, you are demonstrating the pen, which pen you are telling. You are telling us this pen. You are not taking the name of this pen, ink pen, ball pen, or whatever. You are telling this. Then is that car yours? Here also you are talking about, you are not talking about the car that is blue or the car, you are not naming the car either. You are just demonstrating by saying that. These machines are imported from China, and are those books new? So all this these and those used plurally in a sentence. So all are demonstrative determiners. Now the next determiner that we are going to talk about is interrogative determiners. In interrogative determiners we have the three question words, that is what, which and whose. And the use of course is to ask questions as the word suggests, and the examples of what is, what time will we reach, which city is your favorite, and whose pens are these. So this is the use of the interrogative determiners. Then coming on to the last one, that is possessive determiners. So showing position or belongingness, that is called as possessive determiners. And the words here that are used are, some are singular, some are plural, like my, your, his, her is singular, its if we use for neutral objects, and their and our is used in plural way. So use, of course, these are the words used to show position. And example, those are our plants. Is she your sister? This is all about the possessive determiners. Then coming to the end of the chapter, we have the specific and general determiners. As the heading suggests, specific means particularly that and only that, and general means it can be anyone, either this, either that, either that, anyone. So the use of determiner is specific. We know exactly which things or person or people we are talking about. Like, of course, in specific we have the definite article the, like the book is on the table. Now I'm talking about that book only that is on the table. Demonstratives also used for specific, like this, that, these and those. When I talk about this pen means I particularly mean this pen only, not any other pen. That, bad, those children. Okay, all specific use. And also possessives, when we are talking about possessive, they are also used in a specific manner, like my, your, his, her, its are there. So when I talk about our house, oh yes, specific, I mean our house only. So when we speak about people or things without saying exactly who or what they are, we use general determiners. Now coming on to general determiners, we are about just the opposite of specific. So here we have the general determiners. We have are the indefinite articles like they and an. Like I talk about the flower and advertisement. So it can be any flower I'm talking about. It can be any advertisement I'm talking about, not in a specific way or not in a particular manner, but in a general way, any. And then talking about a few, of, then few, a little, all, any, both, enough, many, more, much, some, etc., etc. So here also general, a few people, like some trains, not mentioning specifically which trains, but some trains, a little sugar. So these are some of the words in quantity that we use as in generally. So that is what is about the chapter, students. We have come to the end of the chapter, and so this is all from me for today. So have a good day, stay safe, stay well, and goodbye from me.